Right guys, good afternoon and welcome to United Chat TV. First video in a long while, I'm sorry about that. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, a lot to sort out, and of course helping my dad with his business, which I've been doing. So today, what I want to do is I want to talk about the two main topics at United at the minute, which is the first one, Cristiano Ronaldo being sacked or mutual leaving, and of course the news that the fans have all waited for, and that's the fact is the Glazers have finally put Manchester United up for sale. All of our prayers have been answered, so let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to talk about Ronaldo for a little bit, and then I'll talk about the takeover, talk about my thoughts, talk about what I've heard, and talk about what I've seen. So there we go. Right, so Cristiano Ronaldo, if no one knows what's going on, which I'm sure everyone's heard it by now because it's been mentioned in every paper, every news channel going, and just everything. Cristiano Ronaldo has left Manchester United. His contract was mutually terminated. In other words, he's been sacked. They may say it's come to a mutual agreement, but we all know he's been sacked for what he done. In other words, he went on to a live chat show with Piers Morgan, and he come out, he criticised the owners, he criticised some of the players, the former players, and of course he criticised the manager, which in any employment, it doesn't matter if you're a top professional footballer, it doesn't matter if you're just working in a normal shop, you don't go on live TV and you do not criticise your manager. That's where I think he lost a lot of respect, especially from a lot of United fans. Yeah, he criticised the state of the club and the fact that he felt like the club was going nowhere, and he's come back to a worse United than what he was when he left. So there's a lot in there to take about. I'm glad that he called out the owners. I'm glad that he called out the Glazers and said they don't care about the club, because every United fan and his dog knows the Glazers don't care about the club. They haven't cared about the club. All they care about is the money that's come out. So that was nice. But most of all, you don't turn around and say you don't respect your manager. I've had a lot of arguments with people, and I've respected a lot of people's opinions on this, and people saying Ronaldo's being treated like crap, Ronaldo's being this, Ronaldo's being that. The one thing that people have got to remember is, in the summer, when all these rumours went round, Manchester United were prepared to let Cristiano Ronaldo leave. They were prepared to let him leave, but he got no suitable offer. He got one offer from Saudi Arabia. That was it. He wanted to play top-level European football, and he never got any of it. No club were interested. United stood by him. Erik ten Hag, even when he was going through his personal problems and the constant media noise around the club, Erik ten Hag stuck by him, and he's continued to stick by him. And for Ronaldo to come out and say that after a few weeks ago he walked out of Old Trafford and refused to come on the pitch in a game against Spurs, and then 2 weeks later he was made captain, bear in mind 2 weeks before he'd walked out, that shows what Erik ten Hag thought of Cristiano Ronaldo. But Ronaldo didn't like the fact is he was being treated like every single other player of the club. He wanted to be treated a lot better. Well, I'd say a lot better, a lot more higher, because as everyone knows Ronaldo's ego, everyone knows what he's like, everyone knows how big his ego is. But when Ten Hag's come in, Ten Hag's got this rule that every player must stick by. He's got his strictness for every player, and Ronaldo doesn't like that. He's on the same terms of every single player, which, to be fair, I agree with Ten Hag. If you're at a football club, it doesn't matter if you're Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar. You're at that club and you're treated exactly the same as every single player. You don't get preferential treatment. I don't care who you are. And for once, I don't care if I get slated left, right and centre, because I've been slated on Facebook, I've been slated on Twitter. I agree with Erik ten Hag, and that's the way I'm sticking by it. Erik ten Hag is the manager. You do as the manager says. So that's enough on Ronaldo and the manager. Next on to the Ronaldo and the owners. So as I repeated before, Ronaldo said that the Glazers don't care about the club, which we all know that. We know how much money the club's, well, they've took out the club since it took over. We know how much debt United's in. We know the stadium's rotting away, the training ground is, and a load of other things. So it was surprising to see that not long after Ronaldo had left, a report come out to say the Glazers were considering putting the club up for sale. Now, when I first saw that, I was a bit sceptical, and then the more and more I seen it, it actually made us believe that United are actually up for sale. So I waited, must have been about 15, 20 minutes before I posted something on Facebook, and then it's all come out, and now the Glazers have actually put the club up for sale, and they want a full sale. So I think the club's worth, they're wanting about £6 billion, and within, must be about a week since the club got put up for sale, there's been talks that Sir Jim Radcliffe's interested, someone from Dubai, so, and then you've got Apple, Facebook, Amazon, some NFL owners, some baseball owners. So United's a big interest, and also you've got the Ortega family, which, if anyone don't know who they are, 19th richest family in the world, and they have a hell of a lot of money, and they own the fashion chain Zara. So that was interesting. I know he's 86-year-old, but it's something, and as you can see, within a week of all this coming out, and this many people supposedly interested in buying United, it just still shows what a top draw football club Manchester United still is. We may not be competing at the highest level. We may not be at Man City's, Real Madrid's at the minute, but it just shows in terms of revenue and shows as a worldwide capacity where United are at, that people want to buy United and people are prepared to put that money in to buy United. But on the other terms, whoever comes in to take over Manchester United, there needs to be a plan put in place to make sure we're not in the same process as what we have been with the Glazers. The people who come in need to care about the football club. They need to get Old Trafford renovated, or they need to build a new stadium. They need to sort the training ground out and basically bring it up to scratch. They need to make sure that there is a football and structure come all the way from the top and all the way down. Right people in the right positions to make the decisions. And that's the way it needs to be. We can't be having investment bankers in positions, in football and positions, making football and decisions, because it does not work. So I'm hoping whoever takes over Manchester United, and I'm going to be one massive hypocrite here. I've been, let's just say, absolutely trying to destroy Manchester City based on their owners. And I've been criticising them left, right and centre, how they're a pack of cheats, how the owners have been doing this, manipulating the finances to help them get away around financial fair play. But now, and this is what I've explained to a lot of people, if someone from the Middle East takes over from Manchester United, I've got to bite my lip and I've got to say I was wrong. And I've got to say, hang on, I shouldn't have said any of that. But I am prepared, because all I want is for someone to take over Manchester United who cares about the football club and who can bring it back to where it was. And that's all I want. Ten Hag's taken United in the right place, but now it's time for up above, starting from the owners and then making your way down. Yes, everyone's saying about, oh, we're going to get this owner and we're going to buy this player, that player. It needs to be a project. Like, we can have any top player in the world. It's just proved since Fergie retired, we've spent 1.3 billion or 1.2 billion on a lot of really good players, and look how they've worked out. Paul Pogba was really good at Juventus, and I mean, he was good at Juventus. He was. You look at Angel Di Maria. absolutely brilliant at Benfica, brilliant at Real Madrid, come to us, had a brilliant start this season, scored that ridiculous goal against Leicester, and then it all went downhill. So, Alexis Sanchez, brilliant at Arsenal, brilliant at Barcelona, come to United, and couldn't live up to the hype. Radamel Falcao, class at Atletico, class at Porto, come to United, come to United, and he couldn't do it. So it's alright having the world-class players that every fan's excited for, that if, I don't know, someone from the Middle East takes over or Apple take over us, yeah, that's great. All I want is the right owners to basically clear the debt, start us again, and we start from scratch. Manchester United, out of debt, sorting the stadium out, sorting the sporting project out, and sorting the complex out. Aeon complex needs sorted, stadium needs sorted, and everything else needs sorted. That's all I want. Yes, it'd be nice to go out and buy, I don't know, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, but the problem is United seem to do that most summers and spend 80, 90 million on a player. So it's not just about getting it right on the field, it's about getting it right off the field. You look, like the biggest thing, you look at Manchester City, and I'm a United fan, and honestly, this is killing me saying this, but Manchester City have got it right from the owners. Then you look down, they've got the right people in the right positions, and now it's reflected on the pitch. There's a state-of-the-art training pitch right next to the stadium. It looks good. And then you've got the Etihad, they're redeveloping that up to 60,000, which they still won't be able to fill. But this is where United need to go. And this is where the new owners, whoever they are, who take over, need to bring us into the 21st century. And that's what needs to happen. And that's why I'm a bit sceptical until the new owners are in place and everything's been sorted, and then we'll be hopefully able to see into the summer to see what happens. Like, it might be nice this summer. Oh, United have signed. Yeah, but stadium needs sorted. The sporting project needs sorted. The management project needs sorted. I'm hoping that it all gets right. And I'm hoping that whoever it is can get it right and can get United back to where they used to be, because that's all United fans want, and that's all it is. We just want to be back to where we used to be, and we're just sick of the debt. We are. We're sick of the glazers taking money out left, right and centre. And that's all United want, all United fans want, just for an owner to come in and plough money into the club, not take it back out. And I know Liverpool's up for sale as well, so preferably, if Liverpool get taken over before us, then it puts us further behind. So, well, we'll soon see, guys. Thanks for listening, and hopefully I'll have another video up tomorrow night. Thank you.